right? For Alessander, this is an accent similar to where you are from, right? Which is a pretty rare thing in the twins. For Silas, you remember this with a nat 20 who this person is because he was talking about bagpipes and how they didn't really sound good. And you're just like, maybe just never heard him played right. This is the individual, the gentleman you guys had met in the music shop. Look at the guitars. Same voice.
Did he buy a guitar?
I never got to play for you.
Well, plenty of time. That being said, let's hold off on that for the time being. I wanted to talk with all y'all, if you got the time for it.
Well, the majority of us are here.
I don't mean down here in the hallucinatorium. This place is, he gestures around. Bit too tricksy for my tastes. Can't deny seekers their proper trainings, of course, but I like actual food and drink. If then you're all willing to accompany us, that is.
Can we request what this is about ahead of time?
Certainly. Just a talk.
And it's your treat.
Don't see why not. I think I got the bigger paycheck comparatively.
I imagine you do have a pension. Well, then I would happily accept, which means she does as well. Gesturing Oriana.
Yeah, she just kind of shrugs with the hand that's it's currently cupped.
I'd like to speak to all y'all, if that's all right. He says, looking at Sajar, Deed, Silas.
Sajar nods, stands up, and then turns to face the Lord Slayer and also the other party members. Then he's like, reluctantly looks back at the image of Isdora, sort of shakes his head a little bit, and then gives himself a little pep. Yes, we have time.
No point hanging around next to a phantasm like that. Ain't good for your heart or your soul.
No, you're right, of course.
Ms. Deet, I believe her name was, be accompanying us.
Yeah, of course.
He nods. And of course, all y'all are welcome to come with as well. He gestures at the Dota Core. Vaso will go where Zal's going. Zal says he's good. Oh, America will go along with you guys. And the Lord Slayer just looks at Abigail. And Mr. Riz, I don't think I need to extend the invitation to you. I think you already know. That much is very appreciated, Lord Slayer. I'd be happy to come along. Alright, we got ourselves a posse. There's a bar near here, manned by ex-seekers and slayers. Good stuff, good drink, last I recall. And you guys get going. Simple as that.
I think he will say, I don't suppose you crossed paths with one of our own walking out, did you?
You gotta be a bit more specific on that.
The lady about yay high, dark
Covered in
markings on
different
her face.
The Neverus one.
Indeed.
The sun tattoo.
That's the one.
I saw her.
Any
Walked out
inkling
of
as
this
to
place.
what direction?
Can't say I saw her. Which direction? She just walked up the front door. Me and the lordships here were conversing in the front hall. Saw her leave.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys get going, and we'll take a 5-minute break.
Cool.
Good time for it.
Very
I'm
back.
gonna use that. Very much.
So
Correct.
I I'm going to get some water.
Water.
Nice.
A bottle of water.
You did it, Garth. You negotiated with Scavola.
Ah! No, it's fine. It could have gone worse. No, I went fine. It also doesn't help that in the middle of it, I had like a train of thought, and then it was horribly interrupted by my dad showing up and being like, "Hey, by the way, your car's ready," and then spending like 10 minutes telling me a bunch of random stuff that didn't have any pertinence to anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that tracks for a parent.
yeah, gets old. Now I'm trying to find a single individual that could drive me, and every single option is just like, sorry, I just happen to not be in the state. Either not in the state or working, so I guess I'll
Easy,
get that
just
Monday.
just go down the street and start knocking on doors. Hey.
Hey, $20, take me over there. Let's go. Chop chop.
It'll be rude about it. Never mind,
Nope,
you're not in
gotta go.
Canada. Be rude about it.
Yep, exactly. I think they're closed tomorrow, so I guess I'm getting it Monday. Because for some reason, both my parents have jobs now, even though they both retired. Silly, this land. Yeah, the train of thought.
Retire in this economy.
Unfortunately accurate, actually.
I'm gonna draw, but my sisters are using my iPad for movies, which is the only thing that will get them to leave me alone right now.
I still need to talk to Scavola about other things. Not negotiation things. Because I also made a list of like, here's some quandaries, and I'm like, you heard at one point, I was just like, no, I need to not ask those right now. I need to focus. Yeah.
I think the big sort of ball that's still in the air is what specifically she wants help with, and what that help
God
entails.
only fucking knows.
In before Oriana is actually a warlock, not a monk.
I'll be surprised to everyone involved.
Oh, but put it this way, Scavola's no Vanadis.
Well, technically. Well, no. She would be more akin to Shattered Lady, though.
Yeah.
There's Bandits in there, like there's a little hint in there.
Just, polar opposite in terms of morality. The essence.
Essence. I did feel kind of bad because Crash was notably getting irritated when I was just like, okay, so what are the terms of agreement in this case? Because it's just like, I like it being spoken. It just.
I'm back.
Hey,
Welcome back.
But then repeating things is not fun. Add to cart. I was saying I felt bad that I was like, no, I said I was feeling bad about asking, like, I guess repeatedly about like what are the terms of agreement in this, because you sounded like you were getting very frustrated.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Listen, again, as I was telling you like 2 nights ago, it is not our job as GMs to think for you or do solutions for you. It's our job to put things in front of you. All right, if I wanted to think for you guys, I'd be writing a book.
As much as I would enjoy reading that book, I kind of also want to play D&D.
That's crazy, man. That's wild. Blind to play D&D? Am I good Christian?
Yo. Okay.
But man, if you did write a book, Crash, I'd read it.
Ride to.
If I wrote a book, it would probably be on the steampunk world. So I've had that like in my mind for like years, and I never really got deep into writing, even if like for myself therapeutically or whatever. I never really got that deep into it.
I'm back.
Welcome
back.
back.
I did for a bit, but it never amounted to anything.
I'm going to change the music.
Story of my life.
Oh wait,
I did,
shit, that
a
doesn't work.
little-
I guess
I think I did a
technically I
little
got
creative writing.
published twice
Go on.
in short story books.
Oh, that's cool.
I just- yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
I think I did like some small creative writing stuff, and in hindsight, I was literally just looking at the Max Write series and be like, I like that. I'm gonna write that. Like, it was just so goddamn similar that it's like, alright, cool.
So, we're all back. Yes.
I think so.
I believe so.
Hey.
You guys go to the pub that is outside. They're in betwixt the Seeker and Slayer compound. It is a Seeker and Slayer catering bar, but there are also city watchmen and some other more casual civilians that are partaking here. I say they're there. They are there. It's also like 12 o'clock. It's noon. So the place is not packed with day drinking Seekers and Slayers and city watchmen because that's sort of bad. They sort of have jobs. But there
Day
are
drinking
still
adventurers, though.
day drinking adventurers, people that are on break or on lunch. This place does serve food as well. Not as fancy as like the Konat Commons. This is a lot more like greasy
approachable.
spoon diner sort of food.
Hey, you know what? That shit slaps.
It does. There are Seekers and Slayers here, but you get the feeling that they are on their last legs because they probably are awake from morning details and duties. Same for City
Alright.
Watchmen.
How much fucking coffee they drinking? Or are they doing the
hopefully not
opposite?
much.
where they're-
Well,
Hopefully
Yeah.
not much right now. Hopefully they're about to go to bed.
Yeah. I realized after I said it, I was like, oh wait, they're doing the other one, aren't they? To avoid staying awake. Anyways.
So you guys grab some tall standing bar tables and according bar stools if you so wish. The Lord Slayer and the Lordess and the Lord do not sit down. They're just going to remain standing. Honestly, it probably is for the best that the Lord Slayer doesn't sit down on one of these chairs because it might break. It's a heavy kit.
Is that fucking
But
kid?
you guys are free to
Jesus.
do as you wish. Drinks and food are on him.
oh,
Help yourself. I recommend something sweet. They say sweet things help with shock. And I imagine y'all are looking a bit, well, I don't imagine nothing. Y'all are looking a bit pale after that Inquisition.
Which one?
All y'all.
No, she meant which one. For her, there was like basically two.
Yeah. I'm not so easily surprised these days. I took the alert fee, you see. He'll order something.
You take 7 degrees of a twisted awakening, die instantly. But yeah, you guys are free to order whatever you want, alcoholic or not.
Well, I have apple pie here, so I'll order an apple pie.
Nice. Good RP, dude. Good RP.
Immersion.
I still think the best RP is when you're playing in person, and then it's like, my character uses the back room. All right, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Hold up,
Best
real
RP to
quick.
me. That one actually is the best RP to me because they actually are missing the conversation. Anyways.
Oriana's gonna stay standing and also get a milkshake because she wants to stand up. She's been sitting all day. And also, milkshakes are delicious.
I'm gonna sit and I don't have a dessert ready, but some dessert.
Pizza, pasta.
So George,
I'm gonna
go
sit
on.
down and hot chocolate. That's what's good. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
cold right now, and it's not raining anymore. But you know, like when things rain, the weather's colder afterwards because that's how climate works. Crazy, right? So yeah, so it is pretty
Oriana's
cold
freak
out
like
right
me,
now.
where it's just like, cold. Yes, make it colder.
Hot apple
Yeah.
I
cider.
mean, that is like a thing, right? Like when you have a cold thing, when it's cold, it doesn't melt as fast, so you can still enjoy its like pristine state for longer. Anyways, this is getting into the semantics of dining and stuff like that. Moving on. Hello, O.
Hey.
Fuck it, I get a milkshake too.
You can
Okay.
get a fucking milkshake. Do my fucking guess. Lord
Fucking
Slayer's
lit.
treat.
Yeah.
I'll get 2 milkshakes at once, double-handed. Sorry.
Unlimited milkshakes.
You are
Drinking
absolutely free to.
competition.
You're free to do it. Yeah, go ahead.
I will. 2 milkshakes.
Neither.
One in each
I'll do
hand.
one.
The
And a
Lord
whole bowl
S
of ice.
herself is going to just order some tea, and Lord Train just orders a stiff drink.
Sajar orders apple cider with some cinnamon in it.
Ah,
Warm.
not mulled wine, but
Hmm.
getting the same avenue.
Oh,
By all means. So you guys get your drinks. Again, there's not many customers out right now because it's the middle of the fucking day, so people aren't hanging out at the pub. Or if they are, then they're definitely a different sort of people. And you guys have your snacks and drinks brought out to you pretty quickly. And you guys are sort of like chilling there. Like the Lord Slayer talks candidly with Lord S. Swarrel and stuff like that. Just ask her how she's been. Haven't had the chance to catch up with her since he's been in town. Lord Seeker's orders, I guess you say. Yada yada yada. So they're just hanging out. But after you guys have had a chance to digest, quite literally, the Lord Slayer does catch you guys' attention. Hope you all are enjoying your sweets. He says, look at the double-fisted tabaxi.
Salus looks very happy with their decision.
Backwards hand milkshake.
No!
No.
Nope, it's a thing.
Rakshasa.
You ruined it!
Might I ask something? I didn't want to get too many details from Nikos himself. Why are you all looking to get Captain Blair?
Did you say Nikos? Is that the?
Lord Seekers.
That's the Lord Seeker's name.
They have names?
They do. I know that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Like they're people or
Do we know
something.
the Slayer's name by chance?
The Lord Slayer's name?
Yeah.
Probably not. I guess
Probably not. Okay, that's fair.
I mean, you could roll a history check, I guess. Like, if
I'll
you're in
check
a
one of them
militaristic
down,
background, you might know it peripherally.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know shit.
You didn't know
So
the Lord
just wanna work
Seeker's
together
name.
before.
You didn't know it. Alisander, yeah. Lord Slayer Roland Chavoy.
Roland Chavoy.
Yeah, not that ever.
Cool.
Roland's your boy.
Roland's your
Roland's your boy.
Roland.
Chavoy.
He's a Sovwalian, as you can tell by the accent. But to be fair, accents aren't indicative of everything.
Gotcha. So, I guess once he finishes his bite of apple pie, Alistander will say, well, initially, I thought she would be a valuable asset to our team. But once it was made abundantly clear that in joining us she would be losing all she has learned here with the Seekers, I switched gears to thinking that, well, she deserved the freedom to choose a lot in life. I
mean,
suppose
she is sort of choosing right now.
I understand that, but what I mean is,
It's not exactly an easy thing to
I'm in a bit of a similar situation, was in a similar situation, where you think you make the choice to follow a path, when in reality you are choosing the path that everyone expects you to take. Only you're so far down the path that you think you need to stay on it. Not all of us are aware that you can step off at any point until outside circumstances force you off.
That's somewhat why I also wanted to help her. She seemed heavily impacted by some things that have been happening recently that I don't know if we're allowed to talk about. And we were an avenue for her to pursue it.
I
For
mean,
better or for worse.
I don't know exactly what y'all are talking about on specific information. I'm a slayer, not a seeker.
That's fair. Amaya might be able to
But-
describe it best to you.
Yo, it's a ban. No need.
Fair.
But I will say on behalf of Captain Blair, there are plenty of other avenues out of the Seekers than quitting. She could request a detachment of the Lord Seeker. She could do her own inquiries. So on and so forth. That's more or less what I'm wondering. Don't get me wrong, Nikos is as much as a people person is as an avid reader is a book person. Just book is not a reader. Book is a book. Read is a reader. Myself, I like knowing in more personal detail the people I'm working with. And this ain't no different. I'm wondering why, of the different options Captain Blair has, she wanted you guys. Now, before you all start getting the heebie-jeebies or something, I ain't trying to inquisition upon you. I ain't Nikos. I ain't in charge of Blair. I'm just a slayer. But, color me curious. That's all.
First things first, can I insight check and see if he's as, cut and dry as he claims to be?
Roll on top.
Or does he have vested interest? That's an 18.
15.
Oh, wait, 15. 'Cause, yeah.
It's also fair.
Hey.
Oh, okay. I forgot to tell us also as it.
Interested
Wait, does
in,
Paul
like,
still have
in
that?
this...
Oh, okay, fair enough. Sorry, go on.
Is he personally invested in like I know Blair and want to protect her? No, not necessarily that. There's a little bit of that, I guess, but in terms of like he is curious and like there's not some like hidden agenda. Yes, that is true. Aside from the agenda that he just told you, that's not really hidden because he just said it.
Right, yeah. Alright. That's good. That he's a simpler man to read than the Lord Seeker.
the guy whose job it is to not be readable?
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak to Blair's personal motivations, but I don't know how much you know of the dreams we all have been having.
I got that debrief from Amaya. Seems you all are different sort. Same with myself, apparently. I don't exactly know, if I'm being perfectly honest, what Amaya means when she says all of that, but I trust her. She says people are different calibers. Sure. As long as that caliber is enough to be putting down stuff, I don't care.
Fair enough. I think that what she saw in this dream state, if she wants to find answers, being around us, I think, is the most likely avenue to those answers. She has her own reason to be with us. If that reason is good enough for her, then she is welcome, as far as I'm concerned. In whatever stage of combat readiness she might be.
Okay, I get that.
Mildly unrelated notes. Lambert made his own sacrifices to attempt to get her to come along with us.
I don't know who that is.
He was a compatriot of ours who had not as deep access as Amaya, but seemingly similar. So, personal vested interest more than anything. God, fucking.
And this Lambert, I assume that he didn't really leave much in terms of how to. Or anything like that. A guide or some
If only.
some written. Damn. I bring it up with Amaya from time to time, but she doesn't really elaborate. And I trust her that it's for my own good. Still, though, man can't help but wonder. Well, takes a sip of his mead. I'll explain a little bit then.
I said, all this dinner with what lunch was about.
No, that was one of the topics, but I more so wanted to make myself available to all of you. In case y'all had something that a Lord Slayer can help you with as opposed to a Lord Seeker.
Well, I appreciate you taking a very direct avenue to introducing yourself, as opposed to your colleagues.
He had an opportunity to be far more direct previously, but that was better.
But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Nikos is a man of thing, but direct is not his preferred style.
That makes sense.
And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't want him to change out of it. What sort of Lord Seeker would want the direct approach after all?
Fair point. Are you familiar with the concept of fourth dimensional objects?
What the fuck?
Is that the sound of a blank look?
Yes.
Allow me to put it like this. You and I, we have height, width, and length. We are physical. You draw something on this table, it's two-dimensional. It only has height and width. Fourth dimensional has one more factor. Height, width, length, one other thing. I feel like Nikos, as you call him, the Lord Seeker, I feel like his brain is fourth dimensional.
Yeah, I certainly do seem like that at times.
It is beyond my comprehension at the very least. But regardless, help from a Lord Slayer.
I might have something. Lord Slayer, does the name Evnidale Orvin mean anything to you?
That's a good question.
It is. He's right.
Trying to think if that would be.
What was that name, by the way?
The Ashen Annihilator's name.
I'm trying to think if he would.
This means nothing to him. He wasn't here for that.
This is true.
Oh, right. I remember. Sajar spoke to Alessander like on the very first time they met outside the.
Yeah, I remember the moniker.
Yeah.
No, Lord Slayer, no. You failed us. Could you have advantage?
Maybe this will give them some sort of bonus. They also go by the title, the Ashen Annihilator.
That don't help. Cloak, though. Sorcery. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I can't say it strikes a chord in my mind. It does sound a little bit familiar, but I can't exactly place it. Can you offer a bit more context?
Absolutely. Ancient red dragon conquering much of the north.
North.
Very
Northern
old
Highlands.
legend.
Sindel, I think you said? Not Sindel, fucking Northrend. Technically Sindel by extension.